Good afternoon, folks. SpeedGaming. Just about ready here to get underway. Today we're featuring the Ginger Chris taking on Schwartz Gandhi. I just realized that I'm not the one who controls when we drop the racers. Let me read. Oops. Alright. The racers are getting underway in race time, so we should be catching up to them in just a minute. Let's see what we've got in store for us. I believe, in terms of RAs, we're looking at just New Patcher. Let me try to grab... Don't actually, no, they're starting items. So maybe I'll just grab this seed here. Not exactly sure who picked... shoot. Try and find out these starting items. Not that... Although I guess we'll know in a... No, I guess for hard starting items, it doesn't actually tell you what they were. So for starting items, we have Dark Visor, Screw Attack. I believe those were selected by Schwartz, and Amber and Emerald Translators selected by TGC. TGC copying me. I did enjoy having the extra translators, although it did lead to a very interesting Torvis start. But yeah, these seeds have been pretty much straight cursed this entire week, so I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of nonsense Randy has cooked up for us today. In terms of tournament standings, I believe both these runners are sitting at 2-2. That is correct. So there is potentially a narrow pathway for both of these to making brackets. If they win both this weekend, next week, they'll be subject to the big old tiebreaker we're going to have in the 4-2 group. And no violet, so no hint here for us. We may well be getting a violet on Alpha Splinter here. Yeah, interesting main energy controller start. We have every starting location in the pool, but somehow it still chose our classic Umos 1, our Umos start. Did you see trying to scan the gates? That still doesn't have violet. And we do have a few missiles to help us through this fight, which is nice. Just kind of losing track of these splinters. Sometimes they do kind of get behind you in weird ways. Quick sync of the runners here. Wait, do that math. About that. The splinters, is gonna be violet or something else? Bombs, alright. So something presumably below the save station here. He's still trying to go out this violet gate. Is violet right here? Yeah, there we go. Finally, there's our violet translator. The starting room is main energy controller. Of all the places we could start, we got plain old vanilla, but just with some extra starting items. Oh, interesting. So Short's going to take the save warp here to grab the first hint, the violet hint here. And we get a joke. I'm usually not too interested in that hint myself, actually. Usually I find the like sphere 0 hints are gonna hint like sphere 1 things, and your options are so limited early game that you're going to find everything that's in sphere 1 usually really early anyways. So sometimes that hint could be worth just like putting off until you naturally take a save warp at some point. But in the grand scheme of things, it honestly did not cause Schwartz that time. TGC going to be maybe 10 seconds ahead out of Great Temple here. No, a little more than that, because Schwartz going to pick up the side of the C-Tank as well, which makes sense. We do want... Our first C-Tank is very valuable. And yes, TGC picking orange and green. Same as me. No. Oh, yeah, no, it wasn't the same as me, because I picked Cobalt. Yeah, no, TGC with full-on OVG. Doesn't look like anything of note up there in the Temple Assembly site. How about Storage Cavern? More light ammo. Oh, maybe I'm wrong? Oh, comm area, okay. If Schwartz also opts to head over to comm area here, I do think this is a good check to get out of the way. Very painful to go into Aegon missing like a Dark Beam or a Space Jump or something here. Or a Light Beam. So this like kind of just is like a very, very standard settings seed, except we just like got some extra progression early. But this is like not an unreasonable set of items that you would have like 10 minutes into a normal seed rather than 5 minutes. So they're interesting to see if we're actually going to get any curveballs here. Otherwise, this like kind of feels like it might play out almost like a week 1 seed. Schwartz not opting to head to comm area, is going to retake the lead into Aegon, but going to be down that light beam. So we'll see if that ends up being an advantage for TGC here. Ooh, Curse Lake with a HUD system. Most likely Echo or Cobalts. Every once in a while you get an unrequired Dark Visor. Just saw TGC like rolling against a wall, which I often do that when if I'm writing down a hint, I try to play one-handed, and sometimes I end up crashing into walls like that. Supers, an abandoned work site. That's an excellent hint. It is surprisingly early to get that hint as well. Yeah, with Amber, we're going to get a bunch of early hints here in Aegon. Can check Sand Cache as well. It's trying to take a look at Mining Plaza. This is surprisingly difficult to do, NSJ. Probably got a look, but I sure didn't. I know, right, bro? Because, yeah, you are somewhat disincentivized to going into Torvus until you get... Oh, a suit in Cat West. What are these hints? These are bizarre Amber hints. That are, like, actually good points towards mid-game items. That's super uncommon in my experience. Normally these hints are like, go get your, space jump out of Portal Access A, kind of that kind of stuff. Like, not... Go get your suit out of Upper Sank. There's a tiny little divergence here. TGC going to head into Portal Access A before climbing up towards Sandcache Seeker Injunction Site. That's an interesting hint. We do need... okay. I was going to say we need Spider Ball, but you can't really get there without finding the Spider Ball. That's directly on the way. TGC is going to turn around. Head up and grab this Sandcache item as well as the hint. And the hint may just turn TGC straight around. I honestly don't hate running and grabbing those Seekers. We are missing out on having Dark Beam, I suppose. Going to be isolating in Cache 4 going that way, or we're not going to scan the hint at all. That is a choice you can make. Oh yeah, well. Interesting. What do we have on Bomb Guardian here as Schwartz enters this fight? Setting up for the 2 cycle. Looks good so far. And a good quick kill out of Schwartz there. Let's see how TGC fares. And also, what do we have on Bomb Guardian? We have a key, an Aegon key. Yeah, luckily for DGC, like, missing that hint doesn't really matter. Like, you're almost certainly doing the Dark Aegon loop before you leave Aegon here, and you're gonna walk through Junction Site, so... The only thing it's kind of depriving us of is rushing the Seekers, but the Seekers don't immediately do anything for us anyways, so it's like, honestly, this doesn't hurt TGC at all. Another red key, not a second Aegon key, though. Oh, yeah, no, it's... I said that's a choice, but it's not. That was sarcasm. Yeah, a little high five in the energy controller. So this is where we might see this light beam come into play. TGC has the option to dive over into vent area A and give that a check. We can even do labs backwards. We have that screw attack to activate the crystal. I'm not a super big fan of that right now, but vent area A is a very good check for us. Let's see if TGC decides to investigate over there. He says yes. Alright, so this could be big. If this is like a space jump or a dark beam or something, TGC is in a very strong position here, honestly, early on in this race. Of course, plenty of race left to play. Let's see if the dive into comm area pays off. It does not. But we get a sonic boom, and maybe we'll get to blow up a grapple guardian later. Are we going to proceed? We're not. I am on board with that decision. Both runners probably going to converge on jump guardian here. Or it's going to be a bit ahead, but having done a couple fewer checks. What did that say? Boost ball is in pod W? Is that what that hint said? What are these hints? These hints are so good. Yeah, boost exactly 3 from exactly 3. It's gotta have been 2, yeah? Or up to 3? I don't think any room is exactly 3 from a cursed lake. Like, it's only a 2-room. Yeah, TGC still not grabbing the hint in Mining Station A. We'll see if he gets this one. Hopefully he's not forgotten. Yes, Gamer, that's like 100% pod W. especially since we know a Cursed Lake is a HUD system, not a boost ball, or a morph ball related. But I'm also pretty sure that the up 2 hints never actually hit the room itself. Up to 3 away. Okay, yeah, so that's a valid hint. Alright, that's good for TGC. At least remember this hint. Of the 2, that is the more valuable one for sure, given that pretty much gonna stumble onto those secrets for free. Schwartz already took a look at Crossroads for us. I missed it. If anyone in chat saw what was up there. Schwartz proceeds into Jump Guardian room here. Judgment drop. Oh, it must have been Dark Visor. No, wait, where do we get Dark Visor from? Or does TGC have it and it's just not lit up very well? How did I miss Dark Visor showing up? Huh. Alright, well, that means we do have quite early access to a Cursed Lake. We started with Dark Visor, of course. Thank you. We will take a burger. That will be nice for our Temple Grounds cleanup that we're probably going to be kind of forced into doing here unless we get like exactly a vanilla space jump at this point. Schwartz misses the roll shot, takes a little bit of extra damage. Luckily he had a bit of a health buffer there. It's very common to be very low on health here, but luckily all the safe zones are so close to each other that it's actually fairly safe as long as you move with purpose. This room TGC was just in is honestly the main hazard. Getting through there is a intermediate, I think, level standable jump there that can be a bit tricky as you're learning it. And there's no safe zones aside from a temporary one that the light flyer guy gives you. So you often end up relying on the drop system, which is pretty consistent, but not 100%. Yeah, Schwartz did not make the dive into comm area. It's going to work out for him, honestly, because now TGC's done two room detours and hasn't really profited from it. I'll make up a little bit of time on this Jump Guardian kill, just because Light Beam is going to be a quicker method of depleting all of Jump Guardian's health. But overall, Schwartz's route going to work out a bit more efficiently here. But that said, I think TGC's plays made a lot of sense, and there was definitely some decent possibility that TGC could have taken a pretty sizable lead with the early Light Beam into Vent Area A. But in this case, ooh, hello. All right, let's go get some majors out of a Cursed Lake area. Huh? Now, a Cursed Lake itself is a little bit of a butt without having space jump. You have to be kind of careful where you kill the in-cache, because it can be a little bit difficult to bomb jump into that item. Not actually sure if that's in logic either, or if that check does require space jump in beginner. Sure, it's scanning the light flare. Oh my gosh. Enjoying the light flare. Being one with the light bringer. Luckily for Schwartz, Boost Ball, although in logic, has not been collected yet, so the light flares will remain safe for now. TGC, you cannot kill them even if you wanted to. Yeah, Broom Closet's intermediate. I'm wondering about a Cursed Lake, grabbing that item. I have to imagine that's intermediate or more, but I'm not entirely sure. We did not start with Spider, so our starting items were Dark Visor and Screw Attack, picked by Schwartz, and Amber and Emerald, picked by TGC. But Spider was very free, just in Portal Access A in Aegon. As far as hinted items, we know that Boost Ball is in Pod W. We know that a HUD system is in a Curse Lake. We know that our Light Suit is in Cat West. And at that point, we're really not missing very many items. Super is definitely... No, you know Supers too. Supers are in Abandoned Worksite. So like Space Jump and Dark Beam are like some of the only things we really need anymore. And those kind of have to be soon. Like, there's not that much of the game you can't do without Dark Beam and Space Jump. At least one of them has to be very soon, I suppose. The other maybe can be a bit more buried, but yeah, this could be an extremely fast seed. Nothing of note over here. Actually, we have the banana stand is going to be in logic because we know Pod W and therefore the boost is in logic. Spaceship on O'Lear could be a fun option. Need grapple for that. Only grapple? I think only grapple. Well, no, grapple and like main PBs, I guess. Space jump in like underground tunnel does seem super plausible to me. The seed is a little bit suggesting that Torvis dive here to me. The super missiles being where they are is a bit awkward, though, with that route in, because if you do route in from the side, you know you're not getting supers to help you into the front of Torvis. And both players are going to opt to take care of the Hive Chamber Loop here. Yes, Dark Beam can be on Tumos. You need Vanilla Sank entrance. You need to climb up ATS via the Echo puzzle. And then from there, there's no Dark Beam doors. Jan Airy would be... Is that possible? You might need SJ in beginner to actually collect Airy. Because, like, you do spawn on a platform you need to jump over from. I don't think that jump is actually trivial. Hello, Dark Beam. I don't think that jump is actually trivial. Oh, right, we needed Dark Beam to show up to actually get that boost. So that's actually really timely. I wasn't even thinking about that. But we do need to activate portals to actually check Pod W. So I guess one little advantage TGC is going to get is Schwartz. No. No way. Schwartz is leaving? Oh, no, we're doing this. Okay. This can't be faster than just doing the bomb jump, but we are going to get a free crate ride here from Schwartz, whose stream hopefully has not gone down on us. But what I was saying is, Schwartz, with not having the light beam yet, is going to need to double back from comm area to come back to get into Pod W. So actually, I think the this comm area play from TGC ended up working out like kind of even time-wise. Plus, it gave him the like chance to get way ahead by spiking something huge in a first pass in Aegon. Sherry is beginner. Oh, wow. There's going to be our boost ball. And we can also even head over and at least see what this item is. I I personally have struggled with getting a Chris like SJ, mostly because I think I didn't realize that it's important to manage. Oh no, we're not going to go even look. Hopefully TGC remembers that we have Dark Visor. It is often easy to forget that kind of thing, including yours truly also forgetting that. We have to now. Are we going to Torvis? What are we doing? I don't quite understand what this play is. Hall of Honor dead? Yeah, I guess Hall of Honor dead is in logic. This is a way to route back into Aegon afterwards. Nope. What? Save. Alright, Schwartz, on the other hand, is going to check. See if Schwartz can manage to grab this too with a bomb jump. Yeah, getting over. Oh! Alright. That is our Echo. We let the cache move over the water, which I think is going to make it even more difficult to collect this now. This might not be possible. Huntering, doing hunter. Jesus, come on, huntering. Be vulnerable. This is like... There we go. Oh no, but we bonked into it and lost our charge. Ooh, and now we're in the water. This is actually a little dangerous. Ooh. Yeah, we're in a bit of a pickle here on Schwartz's side. Oh, gravity is good. Okay, we have gravity at least. That actually makes this room a lot less dangerous. We need to get through this safe zone quickly here, though. Okay, gravity saving the day. Otherwise, we would have needed to do a bomb jump out of that poison water, and that might have depleted that last little bit of health. God, these Hunter-ing are just the worst. Yeah, they're refusing to get close to us, so we can actually snipe them. Oh, nice E-dash. Yeah, TGC doing a map check, maybe wondering... I'm like not sure exactly what's in logic. Oh, we're scanning that hint. Space jump and in cache 4. That's so. These hints are so good. Yep. Yep, Braz on it. That is an in cache 4 space jump. Super good info for TGC because there were some options here. Yeah, Schwartz gonna bail on grabbing that Echo for now. Could decide to go back in, but yeah, gonna put it off. So Schwartz may end up just heading back to Aegon, and this race may continue to be super even. TGC is again going to have a chance to get ahead by spiking something in Hall of Honor dead, but yeah, none of these extra checks TGC is doing are paying out. So Schwartz, despite having done slightly fewer checks overall, maintains a little bit of a lead in terms of getting to the actual progression. Assuming, that is, that without the hint, Schwartz plays for in cache 4, which is not a guarantee. We have other options. We have Mineshaft. We can backdoor labs. So Schwartz has options here. So it's actually pretty important to see what direction Schwartz goes here. And yeah, you're absolutely right, bruh. We could just be in go mode on TGC side. We're missing Annihilator and Cobalt, both of which lock very few items. But the Light Suit and the Supers and the Echo are all going to be available. All right, Schwartz is making the play to the early Dark Aegon loop. So this is great news for Schwartz, who is also going to be very close to go mode here right away. Oh, no, we're doing Torvis first. Ooh, okay. I don't hate this. Underground tunnels are really, really good check here. But that will delay the space jumps just a skosh. And with supers being where they are, entering Torvis from the front is actually probably a superior method to do the Torvis routing. So if I'm TGC here, I think I just go get my boots, save warp, and play Torvis from the front. Grab my supers, grab my SDK hints, and see what damage I'm in for. Yeah, only missing 2 majors. We still have 6 cobalt or emerald hints left to us. First one we're gonna get here from Schwartz. Quadraxis is guarding the grapple beam. I think we'll pass on that for now. And yeah, TGC playing straight for the space jump boots. And yeah, honestly, as TGC here, I save warp immediately after grabbing this and go straight to Torvis. Ooh, we almost had a tree pirate there for Schwartz. Every once in a while, those guys will get stuck in the tree and they become much harder to kill because the tree overlaps with a lot of their hitbox. There are those boots for TGC. Yeah, how many checks can't we do? We don't have access to Incash 2, Tumos, TTS. We don't have access to the 3 Spider Guardian checks and Sank map, but we can do everything else. I would like to see a save warp here, honestly. We don't really want to go into Torvis from the side with supers being where they are. Like, if you can out of bounds, then like doing this and then out of boundsing seems really good. But given that they did not rule in out of bounds, I don't think there's much point entering Torvis this way with us knowing where supers are. We can clear more of Aegon, I suppose, as well. But this is not really the kind of seed where I would recommend doing that, given that you're like pretty much in go mode. Schwartz is really committing to this Torvis play. Yeah, this jump is a problem, NSJ. Chica is not known. Yeah, these seats have really been like full tracker kind of requirements. Yeah, I really don't like this play from TGC here, honestly. I don't really like this from Schwartz either. Like, this is... Space Jump is never here, and you sure do want Space Jump. I don't really get this. Yeah, we're committing to it. And similarly, TGC gets kind of locked out here. Wait, no, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm an idiot. This play is great from TGC. I'm stupid. Because we have boost and such, so we just climb up Grove and we get to Abandoned Worksite that way. Okay. No, this play is totally reasonable from TGC. I don't know why I was like not seeing this as an option. But no, this is the best route. Yeah, I don't like. Maybe Schwartz is trying to get these supers early. Because supers are just in Abandoned Worksite. Oh, getting over there and getting the supers is very non-trivial as well. NSJ. Yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of. Well, E-tanks are good. We like E-tanks, but yeah, I think just prioritize these supers, prioritize your STK hints, figure out what you need to do, where the keys kind of lead you as you're routing, and see what items you might still need for go mode. Which again, may not be many. I don't think any of our red key bosses are dead yet. There's still a possibility that we're like go -7, which would be a little unfortunate. We could also be go -0. Like, I personally wouldn't even check Plaza here. Yep, TGC agrees. I would just grab these supers, go out the front door, get my hints, and then decide if I want to continue in Torvis. Alright, what's Schwartz up to? We took a save warp. We're going to play Hall of Undead. This is a very reasonable check, and we're going to get our space jump hint. No, we're not going to play Hall of Undead. Rip. Ah, that hint would have been so good for Schwartz. Now we're going out here. What can we do over here? Fighter close to Dark Egg on key 1. Oh, is Dark Egg on key 1 in Mining Station A? No, we have Dark Egg on key 1, don't we? Key Bog is dead. And yeah, this looks like a pre-hint save here. Bomb Guardian. Okay, I must have read the distance away wrong. And yeah, indeed, we are heading straight for STK hints. I'm a big fan of. Schwartz now trying to do the ship NSJ. Yeah, we're really committing to a lot of NSJ stuff over here on Schwartz's end. I do like getting this hint. But this is really the only thing we get by coming out this way. You might never know what that hint says until TGC reads it, unfortunately. We get one more hint on TGC's end here. Thanks, game. He will need to refill some missiles at some point here, running kind of low. Oh, nice. Good drops, even without having 0 ammo. And yeah, Schwartz still committing to this. This is quite a difficult jump to do, NSJ. Yeah, that's a weird Sphere 0 hint. I guess it was available as soon as we got Light Beam? No, because it was behind supers. Oh yeah, that hit was surprisingly buried for hinting at Sphere 0 item. That's kind of weird. Coming up on this, are we really doing Sank entrance here? This is not in logic without main PBs, and quite slow, and we don't get the hint. A second power bomb here for TGC is nice. We'll see if Schwartz gets lucky here in Sank entrance. We know it is not going to be Space Jump. Schwartz could be thinking that it is Space Jump and that he just missed main PB somewhere. And this is starting to turn into a fairly substantial lead for TGC here. Alright, what's the damage? Cash A, that's free. Plaza access, that's free. TTS, do we need Annihilator? 2 Moss, so we need Annihilator. Sank Temple access. We logically need that Echo. FTA, so we need the light suit. Chica, so we need 3 Torvus keys. Training chamber, that's fine. Don't tell me Morbus or Airy. Snag transit station. Alright, so none of those require Cobalt. Therefore, our go mode is Annihilator and 3 Chica keys, and collecting the Echo and the Annihilator that we already know about. Well, I guess we don't necessarily need the Echo. It's funny, so TGC posted a message in the race time when reading this, and then that I saw just before he started reading. And so when the first 2 were free, I thought it was like in response to the seed being like trivially easy. And then, nope, it was just all the hints that we read last were the bad ones. Alright, Schwartz resetting all the way back to Aegon. Now, still, Schwartz has the option of playing Labs or Mineshaft here instead of jumping into the portal. So hopefully for Schwartz's sake, we do end up playing Crossway into Incash 4 here. Did Schwartz get the hint? Did I miss Schwartz getting the hint? I don't know if Schwartz could have. We're going the correct direction here. No, we're not. Oh, no. Schwartz is not checking Incash 4. That's not like... I don't hate this as a play. It's just really unfortunate. Like, we have a lot more checks in the mineshaft. Oh. No, this is forwards. I'm sorry, I got confused. Like, we have more checks in the mineshaft and labs area that could be space jump than just in Cache 4, which is super isolated at this point. So it's not like, it's not crazy to not want to waste time on one more out of the way check, especially when you've already burned a little bit of time and maybe need to cut a corner or 2 to try to catch up to your opponent. But unfortunately, that is not the corner to cut today. So Schwartz will remain MSJ for even longer. See, just a missile on the ship. So yeah, grabbing that Echo I think makes sense while we're here in Temple Grounds. Assuming TGC remembers the HUD system hint. Yeah, getting this Emerald hint, or this Violet hint is good too. Oh, and there's our Torvus key hint. That's excellent. Sank and Torvus for our Torvus keys. All right, so Schwartz has that info too. hopefully for Schwartz's sake, he wrote that down, because I think he reset that hint. And that was before he knew that that info was very valuable. And yeah, TGC is going to go sequence break. Sank entrance here. Not unreasonable, given that we just learned that some Torvis keys are hanging out there. Plus, we have all the items to get into Sank proper. I feel like I still want to be in Torvis at this point. Clean up the Torvis items we know we need to do, because I think there's still some Emerald Hints we've not collected yet. So I would definitely be favoring doing the Torvis cleanup first. And also playing Sank before grabbing the Echo could end up hurting us a bit if Annihilator's here in Sank, but the Torvis key is like Echo Annihilator locked. So that could bite us here as well. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's not a great way back to Torvis from Sank. With us not having done the pirate fight in Torvis Temple. It's not a great way into the front of Torvis from here. You pretty much have to save warp or go through Aegon all the way. Chikakianeri, possible, would be cursed. Yeah, the good news for Schwartz out of all this is that TGC is not that close to go mode. If these hints were pretty trivial, this would already be probably pretty much in TGC's pocket here, but with being go -4, this is still definitely anybody's game. Good news for us as viewers as well. Can't keep the intrigue going. Sank entrance bust, as is storage D in labs. The runner finding the stuff immediately here. Yeah, looks like we are gonna play into Sank here on TGC's side. Honestly, I don't hate just climbing Sank and then going into Aegon from here. Actually, I really like that route. Probably so, I guess it means you're in Aegon a bunch, but yeah, we could go Spider Side Elevator, play Labs into Dark Labs through Warriors Walk into Torvis. That's a really clean, thorough route. Problem is, you're being thorough in Aegon where none of the Chika keys are, and where we don't have any hints yet. So it's I don't know. I kind of want to be in Torvis right now. There's just not a great way to get there. Also, none of our SDKs were in Sank, or in Aegon, sorry. Mining himself of the Supers hint. And we'll see now from TGC if we're going to stay in Sank here or not. Also, kind of think TGC we should have grabbed Transit Station while we were here. We were one room away from it at the top of Reactor Core there. Unless the plan really is to just loop all the way through Sank. Maybe we are just committing to the Sank play now. In which case we will loop around and eventually get back there, but... But yeah, I guess I can see this play too, where we know we need to do Chika. Some of the keys are in some of the keys are in Sank, the others are in Torvis. So ideally, if you get the Sank keys first, then when you play Torvis again, you can get Chika out of the way while you're there. That could be what TGC is aiming for here. Just a little scary to me because we are missing several items to do all the checks in Sank. The other annoying thing about the two region key hints are also super annoying, because if you find one key in Sank here, you don't know if you're done or not. Schwartz going to get the space jump hint. That's really nice. So that should put Schwartz back on track. But yeah, TGC going to be is quite ahead here, because like Schwartz needs to go get that space jump, go get hints, and only at the end of all that is Schwartz really going to be at parity with TGC in terms of like information. And neither runner has an advantage in terms of items found. So far, no Chicka keys showing up here in Sank. This is part of the problem. There's not that many checks in Sank that are in Logic, or that is to say, many of them, like a decent fraction of them, are locked by either Cobalt or Echo, or Echo Annihilator, I suppose that is. TGC should not do Airy, given that we don't have Echo Visor. But it is still definitely possible that Airy is part of the answer to the seed. And as we do more and more Sank checks without finding any red keys, that probability will continue to rise. Ooh, that's a scary unmorph. Oh, nice. Stays up. I swear, every time I try to roll off that ledge onto that circular platform, I mess it up and fall. So I don't even try anymore. We'll pay a visit to our buddy O'Lear. So I'm going to get the top part of this puzzle out of the way in case we do need to come back and do main gyro or Airy later. Doesn't know about Amorbus. Was there a hint about Amorbus? Because I don't know about Amorbus. Yep, Schwartz deducing the spaceship location. Takes another reset. But luckily we still have that save. Amorbus has Annihilator? Oh wow, where did we get that hint? That's a huge hint. We missed the head somehow. That's annoying, TGC said. MSB! Oh, that's a huge break for Schwartz. And then, yeah, Schwartz also has the Chicka key hint if he remembers the locations. So then that like kind of puts Schwartz in no-ish mode if, and this is a big if, the Chicka keys are not locked by Cobalt. Well, I guess it's not that big of an if, huh? 2 checks in Sank. Then the question is, so we also need Aegon keys, which is atrocious. So actually go -5 here. And where the heck are our... Do we have an Aegon key hint? I don't think we've gotten one yet. Yeah, welcome in, folks, from the MP Randomizer. This server channel. Jeez. We had a very friendly start over here, but as has been the case for pretty much all of week 5, we have some relatively cursed Sky Temple key locations. We are looking for 2 Amorbus keys to get an Annihilator Beam, and 3 Chicka keys to get an SDK. That's it. We know Echo is in a cursed lake. We do not know anything about Cobalt yet, but nothing has indicated to us that it is required. However, there is at least one Chicka key in Sank, which is not turned up yet. And if it continues to not turn up, especially once we get the Echo Annihilator checks in, then maybe it is just blocked by our Cobalt translator that is missing in action. That as he walks off the spider track there. And Schwartz, in the meantime, will finally be getting these space jump boots here at the 55-minute mark. Nice, and some morph, and we stay up. Good stuff. And there are those boots. Schwartz with the double jump. And the ability to freely use screw attack. Is that it? No, but that's required. Alright. That's nice to find. But our Chicka keys still remain outstanding. TGC still needs that hint. The question for TGC is, when does TGC ever actually make it back to Mining Station B? That's not a super appealing check. Now, we've not done, like, any of labs. Oh, is that another worm key? It is! What a find. Alright. So TGC just needs to scan the MSB hint, and then we'll be able to collect Annihilator. And while Short's going to follow up with the Torvis play that is correct, but I, for some reason, thought wasn't correct, which is head back to Grove, climb Grove, get your supers, go get your hints, presumably. Vault is a whole lot of nothing on TGC's side. Still no Torvis key. We have only main research left that is accessible in logic right now. That's spooky. Otherwise, we need to come back here after a Morbus or after finding Cobalt, because we know this is just Light Suit. We know Transit Station is just an STK. I'm pretty sure main research is the only check and Sank we have not seen yet that is in logic. Is this a red key? It is! Is it a Chicka key? It's not! Uh-oh. So we need some help in Sank. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. What are we going to do now, TGC? The answer is labs and do a Morbus blindly. That's going to work out wonderfully for TGC. We could dive into... We could sequence break lower Torvis and scan 3 quick Emerald hints. It won't get us to upper Torvis. But knowledge is power, they say. Unfortunately, this knowledge is not necessarily the power. Now, one thing that can help TGC is there might be 2 Annihilator hints in the pool. Because we know Annihilator is required, and the boss hints are guaranteed and are independent of any other item hints that get placed. So it's actually possible TGC just finds a second Annihilator being hint down here. So that's really all TGC needs to get set on track here. Once Annihilator and Echo are collected, and hopefully TGC remembers that a HUD system is available to him. I do really think we ought to have checked that HUD system before playing Sank. Like, so it's either Cobalt, in which case you're missing a ton of hints if you go there without it, or it's Echo, in which case you might get really punished if Annihilator had turned up, which in this case it didn't. This was kind of the best case scenario for not getting punished by skipping that HUD system, but I do really think you were supposed to grab that HUD system before Sank here. Yeah, going for the bridge skip here. In the meantime, Schwartz has picked up the supers and looks to be making his way out of Torvis here, probably heading towards Skytop Key Hints. Yeah, Lightsuit West, that was hinted really early, like Mining Plaza. Yeah, I think TGC waiting a little too long before releasing the boost here. Nope, too late. Giving up a little bit of time going for this. We do know that all these checks are in logic. Given that we can just have played Taurus from the top, done the fight, we have supers to come down here, we have gravity to get around, so I don't necessarily hate being down here. Now, were any of the SDKs actually down here? So the problem is, yeah, we can't even get all the SDKs out of here yet. This must really just be a play for the hints. You can see the SDK poking out of the bottom of the statue there. Kind of funny. I didn't realize that happened. Yeah, TGC waiting much too long here. You want to be like halfway to like the next kind of notch, maybe even a little bit less. It's like not, yeah, it's not very long after you start rolling downhill that you want to release. That was closer. Not quite it though. Yeah, we're burning a lot of time on this, unfortunately. As Schwartz makes his way towards Sky Temple grounds to collect the good news about our friend the bug. So yeah, we're really, this is like a different strat, and I don't like the look of this. I don't know what this is. Nope. Did you see pulling up a video? You might be relearning this strat on the fly here. Yeah, this is very valuable time for Schwartz, who does need a bit of a hand to get back into this race here. He does have the advantage of having those Amorbus keys in hand, but doesn't know that they are useful yet, or know that he needs to go turn them in. Go. And then you need to switch to holding like down left or down right here. Most people do down left. Still struggling with this. Yeah, we've been at this for a while now. I'm like, I don't know. Not a big fan of this. Because yeah, we can't get up to Upper Torvis, and there's still more hints in Upper Torvis. And this is one of the regions where we like can't clear all the STKs right now because we don't have Annihilator. TGC posts in race time chat hate this game. And Schwartz begins the scanning. Yeah, I think TGC is releasing too late, and then maybe even holding up a bad direction. Alright, he gives up. Not the worst, honestly. Like, I don't think we really want to be in lower Torvis anyways. At least, like, maybe come down here after you do upper, but I think upper Torvis is where we want to be. Schwartz asking for a reroll after scanning these hints. Alright, so we're going to see Aegon or Save Warp from TGC here. I'm very curious. Aegon would be actually pretty good if TGC either... Oh man, we need a, we need a power bomb. The Resbits cooperate. Hey. We're playing Aegon. Or Hive Entrance, I guess. Hive Entrance is something we can do, which is actually kind of disgusting. Yeah, it really is a noops all boss to see, isn't it? Yeah. TGC does not know that. Yeah, we're going up. What? What's up here? I don't... What? Huh. See what this is a play for. I can't think of anything we've not done. Oh, we need a power bomb. Yeah, that sucks. Could try to get one by blowing the heads off the quads, but yeah, that is a decent way to get a drop over here. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, 2 power bomb ammo is not the best. All right, huge moment here. If TGC goes straight across like Sand Canyon and a mine shaft, I think TGC's in an extremely strong spot. If he misses this hint in this Aegon play, I think this still ends up being like kind of anyone's game. Yeah, if you poke around on the Discord KRR, you'll see links. All right, there's one of the Dark Torvus keys accounted for, just in Torvus Temple, so Schwartz in the lead in that race. But question still stands. Yeah, TGC's going the right way. Is going to know that Annihilator is available, and then as long as he remembers that Echo is available, or that a HUD system is available, and a Cursed Lake, and goes and gets that, then we are in very plausibly... Okay, there's the other Annihilator hint. So it was hinted twice, but TGC has missed both of them. But is on the way to get the one, so that is really good. Continues to need power bombs. There we go. And gets the hints. This is a... Oh, no. Get it. Oh, is Schwartz looking for the Torvus key hint? Oh, no. Don't tell me Schwartz didn't write it down. Schwartz might need to replay for FTA. Hopefully he remembers it was FTA. Yeah, TGC now knows the location of Annihilator, has all 3 worm keys already. Can get that out of the way. Will be the first of our bosses taken care of. Where are these other Chica keys? It seems more likely at this point that there's only one in Sank and the other is in Torvus still, but that's just me guessing. The starting items for the seed were Emerald and Amber, chosen by TGC, and Screw Attack and Dark Visor, selected by Schwartz Gandhi. I have a theory, bruh, that there is like some secret behind the scenes, like minimum actions adjacent thing in the randomizer, where when you give it a ton of starting items, like when it decides to place STKs, ends up that many spheres later, and therefore has like even curster options available to it. That's my running theory of the week, because these seeds have been uniformly terrible. My week 5 seed was actually great. I really enjoyed my week 5 seed. Yeah, TGC heading straight to Morbus. And then we'll get the Annihilator. And the question is, does TGC remember a Cursed Lake HUD system? If we go grab that Echo, take the Annihilator Echo back to Sank, we stand a pretty good chance of being able to collect our Torvis key. Oh, okay. Torvis, in the meantime, gonna give us some new checks at Torvis. We've not seen these yet. Could be some more Chicka keys here. The pirate got like frozen in the half pipe. I've not seen that before. Kind of annoying, actually. It means you can't like kill him. Honestly, like if you're quick enough in this room, you don't need to kill these pirates. They actually do a kind of crap job of shooting you while you're boosting. Are we out of Dark Beam ammo or something? We're out of missiles. Oh, that's kind of gross. Yeah, I would probably just try to ignore this guy. See if he decides to cooperate. Nice worm skip on TGC's side. So yeah, these guys have an unbelievable amount of health. There we go. Schwartz, let's get it cleaned up. TGC's stream getting a little choppy here. Let's switch to some Orbis audio. Not a red key. That is a sunburst. I guess we'll take that. TGC about to collect the Annihilator, and gosh, this is going to be the first time I feel like in quite a while that we've not been like exactly tied on progression items that weren't keys. We've kind of had this loadout for the past like 40 minutes, it feels like. Finally, another major decides to turn up here with the Annihilator beam. And so where now, TGC? We do still have quite a bit of Aegon we can clean up. But looks like we're not going to do that. Are we just heading to get our Echo Visor? If so, I am very on board with that. We are making a save warp. It's kind of funny. Neither runner has touched labs at all this seed. Well, aside from Schwartz, I guess did a little bit NSJ. Right? No, am I making that up? Yeah, I know, right, Cesra? 260 something options, and we pick main energy controller. Yeah, we're heading out to Temple Assembly Site. That is going to be a HUD system pickup for TGC. This is where, like, again, this would have been nice. So if TGC had picked this up earlier, we could have just played from a Morbus through Dark Labs back to Sank. And then we get all those Dark Labs checks for free on the way, which would be really nice, because this backtrack is actually more painful than it looks, given that we were forced to save warp, and it's not super fast to get back into Sank from here. Schwartz, in the meantime, going to play lower Torvis. There could be some Chica keys down here. There could be a Cobalt down here. Well, I guess there can be an Chica key down here. Well, training chamber with the thanks game hint. TGC not missing out much there. How do we get back to Sank from here? Or do we play Torvis into Sank? I don't actually know what you're supposed to do here on TGC side. This is kind of tricky. I really, really hate the 2 region hints. Not knowing when I'm done in a region is so painful. We are heading to Torvis, looks like. What we have in Gathering Hall, nothing. How about the hints? That ain't it. Did you see needing to re-remember his hints here? And we are playing Torvis. So yep, we can clear everything out of Upper Torvis except Chica, unfortunately. We know we need to return to Sank before that. Oh! That's a good but really stupid hint. Oh, God. Let's really pray that that Chica key is not Cobalt locked. That's a super awful backtrack. That is decent info for Schwartz to get that before the Amorbus keys, because Schwartz can choose to get the Cobalt after fighting Amorbus. Whereas TGC, it's going to be a very bad backtrack to ever get to Incash 2. But yeah, we don't really need Cobalt for the hints anymore. Like, we have the hint we need. The hint we needed is the Torvis key hint, which we have. Keys are in Light Torvis and Light Sank. Other than that, the only major we're missing is that Cobalt, which we now have the hint for, at least on Schwartz's side. Got bullied by these, I don't even know what these things are. Helicopter weeds. Alright, Schwartz's first entry into Sank here. And TGC will net the first Torvis key as well. We'll make him go -2. Schwartz finds a red key. Unfortunately, that is not the key we are looking for. We'll be able to nab this key here out of transit station. Does take a 1 key lead in the SDK cleanup, which is not nothing. Is ahead by the Torvis Plaza access key, which you see is probably, well, I don't know. Maybe you grab it now, maybe you wait until you're ready to fight Chica. Like, I kind of don't mind just kind of rushing Sank here again. Hoping that you grab... I guess you might want to look for Cobalt while you're in Torvis, just in case it is Torvis locked, the Chica key you're looking for. Yeah, getting this fight done does improve our routing, so like now once we finish Sank, we can come back to Torvis through the lower Torvis elevator and climb up to fight Chica, which would not have been possible without coming in here earlier. That will be nice for our cleanup route. Schwartz presumably also on the Chica key hunt. Oh, we are going to head over to Plaza Access now, huh? All right. It's a tough call for me. I feel like I would put all this stuff off until I was ready to fight Chica. Because we're going to have to come back here. And it is very slow to get to Chica. Having to walk all the way over to Forgotten Bridge, go fight Chica, walk all the way back. I guess we can maybe save warp at that point, but that's only if you want to be back in Tumos after that play. That's right. Actually, we still need to do quad, which TGC now with Annihilator could choose to do that whenever as well. Honestly, getting that done sooner rather than later is pretty nice too. With the main energy controller start, that gives us free access to warp to every region from our starting room, which is very powerful. So yeah, I think I probably would have just dove lower Torvis here as TGC. Maybe grab the. I don't even think you need the hints. I would just go Sank until I clear out all the Echo Annihilator checks unless I find a key. But given that some Torvis keys are in Light Torvis, I don't mind trying to clear this stuff out and hope you can find... Like, if you can find 2 red Torvis keys here, then you know you only need to look for 1 in Sank and you're done there. So that is actually pretty powerful information. GC getting the luck, no pirates to deal with. Get a little bit of time save over Schwartz, sees the sunburst maybe. Head over. Yeah, this jump is easier if you do head over like that. For anyone who struggles with that unmorph. And will net himself a sunburst. That was a weird threading of the needle with the screw attack there on TGC side. Schwartz Gabs STK4, maintaining the 1 key lead. And are we doing Dark Harvest? We're not. I approve of that. Light Suit is in Cat West. It was hinted very early. Both runners know that. So Schwartz will have it soon. Turning around, did we not make it to O'Lear? Or did I miss O'Lear? No O'Lear. Interesting. surprising to me. I think Alir is a good check here. I guess you could try to wait for... Annihilator so that you can like get the Alir check when you return the energy. But like Alir could easily have been one of the Aegon keys. Or a Chica key, for that matter. Yeah, it looks like TGC heading straight back to Sank, which to me makes a lot of sense. Doesn't even really appear to be interested in hints. Yeah, we're just out. That's very bad. Because we sure needed those Aegon keys before we left Sank here. That's unfortunate. TGC gonna finish clearing Light Torvis here. Again, I don't mind this. Just see if there is a second red key in Torvis and know at that point that we can leave and that we only need to look for one key in Sank. Because a lot of the checks we have left in Sank are kind of bad. Especially looking at you, Aerie. That is not our key. But we can get our STK out of Transit Tunnel South as well. But yeah, we're running out of checks in Light Torvis. Yeah, TGC still scanning stuff just to see if we can get our Cobalt info. I think this might have been the hint. It was. TGC not going to love that hint, presumably. But that does mean that if it does end up being one of the Cobalt lock checks in Sank that is the key, TGC knows what he needs to do. So yeah, this feels pretty good for TGC. Schwartz not having... Schwartz is going to be way behind this Annihilator. And that seems like it's going to be fairly problematic, especially given that Annihilator is likely locking the Chica battle access. And there's just no progression anywhere in the seed that Schwartz can get. He's just looking for these keys. I guess maybe Schwartz is trying to grab every single hint and hope for an Aegon key hint. It would be very unfortunate if the Aegon key hint was Cobalt locked and that TGC just kind of stumbled into them. Yeah, we're going back up to Upper Torvis. TGC now finally takes the SDK lead. For first time in quite a bit here, with the advantage of the Annihilator Beam. We have Echo already, Kara. Echo was in a Curse Lake. Both runners sort of knew about it very early, given the HUD system hint on a Curse Lake, but... And actually, Schwartz actually attempted to go collect the Echo really early. I hate this slip jump. I don't know why people would do this. Everyone, I feel like, spends more time on this slip jump than just like taking the cannon or screw attacking from the bomb slot. You have to be so good at that strat for it to save time. Just Aerie. Yeah, it could be. TGC going to grab the blog check here, which might be our last chance for not having two keys in Sank. Do also get to visit the ammo fish. Can replenish. I think we're like out of Dark Beam ammo, so this is actually kind of a nice opportunity. There we go. Look at all that ammo. We love these fish. Yeah, just casual 85 dark ammo. One room. Is this a red key? Do we have oops yet another boss? We don't. They're both in Sank. That's spooky. Have we forgotten anything in Torvis? I don't think we have. So what do we have left in Sank? We have Sentinel's Path, Main Gyro Chamber, Aerie, Sank Map, and Spider Guardian Spider Ball. So 3 of 5 checks are in logic, and we need to find 2 keys. Those are very mediocre odds. uh, Yikes. We might need that cobalt. We might maybe want to go get that cobalt before we do anything else in Sank, even? Maybe that's too conservative? I don't know. Alright, Schwartz is going to make the labs dive here. Unfortunately, we know there's literally nothing here. Yeah, no. Yeah, the only thing here is the cobalt, but we can't get the cobalt because we don't have the worm keys. And the worm keys are not here. Yeah, the lack of an Aegon key hint is killing Schwartz here. The fact that, like, cobalt is locked by a Morbus, and the key telling you how to get to a Morbus is locked by that is not great. The Aegon keys Schwartz is missing. Oh, there's some main PBs. I forgot that we had never found those. The Aegon key Schwartz is missing were in Watch Station and ATS. So Schwartz unfortunately walked right by them, trying to save a little bit of time and sank. And will be pretty punished, unfortunately. And we're heading this way. Is this going to be a save warp or a Torvis? Looks like save warp. DGC going to climb up here using Echo. This will put us right next to Sentinel's Path and main gyro. And area for that matter. So we'll do those 3 checks, and we will pray that we find 2 Chica keys. Honestly, we just fight quad here, I think, now too, don't we? Just do quad while you're in Dark World. Which actually means those ammo fish were very well timed. No, do quad. It's time for quad. Did you see kind of beelining the key potential here? But yeah, we really ought to do quad right now. Alright, low, low, medium, high. I think that's high. Yeah. Yeah, they always go left or right. Oh boy, we need to go 2 for 2 on main gyro, chamber, and Airy. Otherwise, we are stuck heading back to Aegon to go get ourselves a Cobalt translator. Which luckily, like, getting there from Spider Side is not the worst. And then, honestly, like, if this is not a key, I would just head straight there. I wouldn't even bother with Airy yet. I guess it's fine to do Airy now. But you know you're not in go mode without Cobalt if this isn't the key. High, medium, medium, medium. Yes, Dynamo Works Tunnel is dead. So yeah, I believe we only have 4 checks in Sank, 2 of which are red keys. And it's this, Airy, Spider Guardian, Spider Ball, and... ooh! The dream's alive! No, it's not! Seed has jokes. We are not in go mode. TGC is angry. Yeah, we're off to Aegon. What are we thinking about? Oh, we're looking. Have we? Oh, he's wondering if he's missed anything in Torvis. The answer is no. Sank entrance was done by TGC, not by Schwartz. Oops, full tracker yet again. Unbelievable. All bosses and full tracker. Like, what is even? We haven't killed Spider Guardian. Oh boy. Sub-hour, says bruh. Sub-hour. Back when our bright, bushy-tailed had all but 3 majors. Surely we're almost in go mode, right? Schwartz did sank entrance looking for space ship? Oh, okay, I must have missed that. I apologize. That's right. I do remember Schwartz going that way. I thought he turned around, but maybe I'm making that up. Yeah, unfortunately, labs is just so slow. It takes so much time to get through all these checks and do all these stupid puzzles and whatnot. This is a pretty big time sink for Schwartz, who just has a lot of. There's the cleanup chain for the seed is so long. Yeah, we are playing straight for Incash 2 TGC on it in terms of the logic and the implications of main gyro not being one of our Chica keys. Meanwhile, Schwartz needs to return to Sank, get the Aegon keys, get the Annihilator, get the Cobalt, then go to Sank and get the Torvus keys. So he has several steps in that chain behind TGC, who is on the step of getting the Cobalt. So, like, even if Schwartz was already on Amorbus now, TGC is ahead. Fortunately, we still need to get back to Sank on Schwartz's end. The lack of an Aegon key hand really is killer in this seed. It is fortunate on TGC's end that he was somewhat thorough in Sank at the time. There is that Tinkin Cobalt visor. We could take that back to Sank. And the dumb collision in this room and its light world equivalent. Give us a little troll. That has got to be Aegon pretty much full clear for Schwartz. Not a great feeling, but this should take us back to Sank, which hopefully puts us on the right track. Fortunately, TGC might just be a little too far ahead on this long and cursed road. So what's the order of operations here? Snag map, probably the least cursed option. And then pick your poison between Spider Guardian and Area, I guess. Or if Sync map's dead, why not both? Alright, we have to kill Dark Samus and then reload the room to get up here. The Aegon keys were in Watch Station and ATS. Oh no, Hive Entrance. Hive Entrance is in play. That's yet another time sink for Schwartz if he bites that bullet, which I mean, it's a good check for Schwartz right now. I would almost like criticize him for not doing it, but we know it's not the answer. See if he heads down there. Yeah, it looks like it. You need to farm a power bomb at some point. And yep, we are going to head over to Sank Map first on TGC's end. I cannot believe how bad all 6 of these red keys were. There's one! Sank Map Station. Oh my god. Behind Amorbus, behind Incash 2, behind Cat West. Finally, our second Chica key has been found. And so now, you get your coin flip. Is it Airy, or is it Spider Guardian? Personally, with one of the Chica keys being behind Cobalt, I would put my boogie dollar down on the other one being Cobalt Locked as well. I would do Spider Guardian first here, personally. Not unreasonable to do Airy. Like, you can always save, quit out of the fight if it's not the key. So, I think there are different reasonable choices here. One more coin flip to finally decide when we are in go mode. Is Airy quicker? I don't know. They both seem bad to me. 3 in a row, Airy and Chica. All right. Reed's gonna gamble with me. Good lord, I have a lot of channel points in SpeedGaming. If only we could bet channel points. There. Burn a few. We're doing quad first. Yeah. Quad into Olier into Spider. Seems good to me. Oh no, what have I done? And let's get some quad jam, huh? So Schwartz does get that echo, which incredibly is actually was not hard required this seed. Somehow, but assuming that surely one of the echo annihilator checks would be something, but they were not. Oh, no. Yeah, we don't know that Ares dead. Yeah. Echo could still be required. I'm just choosing to believe in my heart of hearts in Spider Guardian. A Sank interest play from Schwartz. Gonna head back into Sank, hopeful. We've also not cleared out. Have we not done like Phazon Ground's Reliquary yet? Yeah, looks like we don't at least have the Reliquary hint yet. If you're feeling spicy, could go for the inbound quad skip here. Use a soft walk risk as you return. It looks like we're going to do the fight straight up. So we are pretty much out of lightning ammo, which is a little awkward. Oh, right, yeah, Schwartz hadn't done this cleanup yet, had he? Alright, FTA check as well. Yeah, there's that hint again for Schwartz. He didn't have the memory of it. Make it. Oh. Not like that. Hopefully the time doesn't run out on us before quad gets over here. Oh, so good. One more bomb, and we'll have defeated quad. Quad just going straight for the arm cannon, disabling strats here. Honestly, not his worst strategy. Oh, Quad did the little fake out. Oh, TGC got outplayed. Cycle. There's no way. Yeah. Oh no, are we gonna miss this cycle too? This will be close. Got it. Nice. Down goes boss number 2. Right, we get our grapple beam. I forgot. We actually are going to be truly full tracker. What don't we even have? Like, we might be missing Dark Burst? I know we have the other 2 beam combos even. I think we just haven't found Dark Burst. Yeah, we're even going to have every red key on TGC's side as well. It's not common. Week 5. I truly did not expect that this is what we were all in store for. Much spicier of a preset than I anticipated. Alright, I think we didn't go for inbounds quad squid. Yeah, at this point, TGC 2 out of 3 of the major bosses ahead. Schwartz still with all 3 to kill, even as we approach the 1 hour 50 mark. Just kind of a perfect storm. No hint about the Morbus keys that are holding up the whole rest of the progression in the seed. And unfortunately, Rando gonna Rando, and we are gonna pretty much last location these keys, it looks like. Yeah, Schwartz might even be going back to Torvis here. I don't think we cleared everything in Lower Torvis. In fact, I know we didn't do like Power Bomb Guardian or any of that stuff, so. Ooh boy, the hunt continues on Schwartz's side here. Whereas it's only really a matter of time at this point. It's 1 or 2 bad Sank bosses left for TGC. Then a Chica fight. Then final bosses. And there's the energy return. So next time we save warp, we will have our access to warp around. But first, let's kill some more mini bosses. KR praying that this is not the answer. Oh. No crash. There we go. Suddenly, Spider Guardian. Thank you, Sestran. Controlled by Spider Guardian here. There we go. That would be fun, Shine Sparking. I do hope that Bingo makes an appearance in our tournament cycle somehow. I think it would be an interesting format. Kind of comes and goes in waves of like people wanting to, yeah, people get into it every once in a while, and then it kind of like people forget about it. So yeah, figuring out what exactly we think the goal should be, what exactly we think the priestess should be. Yeah, honestly, weeklies are a great start because that's like a good way for the kind of competitive scene to get into it, start getting some experience on how this feels to race, make some changes, that kind of stuff. That's a great approach, actually. All right, what do we have left in Dark Torvis here? I guess, yeah, neither runner's done any of Dark Torvis yet, have they? I think both kind of trying to put it off, waiting for the Chica keys to turn up so you can get your cache and whatnot done with Chica. Yeah, the other thing I feel like that maybe holds Bingo back from being competitively viable is not being able to make, or what am I saying? Randomania not having like an all locations reachable setting. So like many randomizers have like you can either do keep placing items until you can beat the seed, or you can set it to I want to make sure that every location is always reachable. Randomania doesn't have the latter, and that can theoretically mean that you can have impossible bingo seeds. If, say, Dark Visor locks itself, Randomania thinks you can beat the game, but you may not be able to beat the bingo seed if you don't have Dark Visor. We try to get around that by having duplicates of the items, but, the 1 in 1,000 seed could still show up in a tournament race being possible, and that kind of sucks for everybody. But yes, as Reed points out, it was indeed Cobalt logging both of our stupid Chica keys. So TGC honestly should just safe warp rather than walking. Because save warping gets us our 2 musts, and then we can take that straight to Torvus Energy Controller, which gets us pretty close to Chica already. Yeah, I disagree with this route, but honestly, doesn't probably lose that much time. No, Airy, Kira, we did like every single check and sank except Airy. Dark Samus 2 will live on. Alright, well, we'll process your refund, Kira, in 6 to 12 business days. On TGC's end, we have Chica, 2 musts, Cache A. What is the last one? Oh, FTA, probably? I don't think TGC ever made it to FTA after Light Suit. Whereas Schwartz has everything but TTS, 2 musts, and Chica. And our strategy of delaying the Upper Dark Torvus loop until Chica did actually end up paying off, given that this whole area is dead. Schwartz is in the process of finding out, unfortunately. Yeah, just like not an unreasonable skip, I guess, to kind of go through Sank originally. I don't remember exactly what Schwartz had in the way of key hints left. So like rushing maybe towards those to hopefully just get the Aegon key hint at the time, and then just it happening to be the last place that you end up wanting to clear out again. Rando gonna rando. Into Dark Torvus here for the first time. Needs to remember Cache A. Does appear to be remembering Cache A. Praying for a cannonball in future. You should have looked at Peter Ducko. That could have been cannonball. Cannonball would be very nice right about now. In fact, where the heck was our cannonball? Cannonball on Airy? Also may want to consider use of the ammo station here. Our ammo is not great for a Cannibalistic Chica fight. Get a refill here. Oh, it's 55. No, we have way. I thought we had 25 light ammo. But we're still gonna grab the ammo. Yeah, 30 dark ammo is not great. I think so, Cestrion. I'm not sure that I saw every hint that the two of them scanned, because sometimes the streams would cut out or I was watching the wrong person. But I'm pretty confident that the Amorphous key hint is locking itself. As we go into our larva fight, and scan so that we can land the super on the weak spots if it does end up jumping. And it will end up jumping because we only got one light beam shot in, so we should switch to power beam here. Yeah, well, I'll land a super when it jumps like that. It might jump again. Yeah, we're not dealt enough damage yet. Alright, well, I gotta go for the super strats here, I guess. Yeah, when it jumps out of the water like that, landing a super is the best damage. Certainly some ammo-efficient damage. Really gonna burger in this annihilator ammo here. Yeah, we're even into Under Temple here. Which, yeah, this could be the Aegon keys. This unfortunately is not. Be able to get the kill here on the larva phase. Weaving in missiles, good here as well. But not necessary. Looked good on the Seeker Air front there. Okay, good to have farmed some dark ammo there too. I think we're gonna try. Because yeah, Annihilator is my preferred way of damaging this boss down, or the light phase of Adult Chica down. If you've got the ammo to spare, of course. Light Beam works, at least it's accurate. Like Dark Beam does good damage too, but it's it can be difficult to land. Hello? There you go. It really turned to... I don't think I've ever seen it turn to face the platform you were already standing on. kind of wild. Yeah, Schwartz definitely having a rough go at the seed. Late to the space jump, late to the space jump hint, and then pretty much last location on these unhinted Amorphous keys. There is SDK number 7 for TGC. Does it not even damage her to shoot her while she's flying? I just assumed like the damage would stack up, but she doesn't actually enter the stun animation, or like check for the damage to see if she should be stunned until she finishes flying. Alright, so save warp gets us SDK number 8 from Tumas. From there we walk to FTA, and then 2 final bosses. Ah, okay. There's number 8. Yes. And we have Seekers and Dark Visor to quickly get out to FTA. We've also opened up the shortcut to quickly get to Sky Temple Grounds. Much more in the way here for TGC. We'll see if Schwartz makes it to Sank and at least is able to solve the seed in terms of the Annihilator by the time the TGC wraps up here. Now, Schwartz really running out of locations to check here. The rare GFMC Pirates. Brought to you by Post Chicka Lair. And there is key number 9 and the completion of the tracker. I believe only the Dark Burst outstanding. Yeah, no, really not bad from TGC here. Only real kind of kerfuffle was the attempt into lower Torvis, getting kind of blocked by the statue skip. I wasn't a huge fan of that route, honestly, to begin with either. Alright, Schwartz on track will at least get the ATS one, and then as long as we do Watch Station after that, Schwartz will be in almost go mode. We'll be in the mode where we realize that Annihilator doesn't solve our problems on its own, but we need the Cobalt as well. We'll see, actually. I'm curious if Schwartz will play for the Cobalt immediately. Might be prudent, too, just because, like, I'm assuming Schwartz is in the same position TGC was, where there's only the 5 checks left, 2 of which you can't do. The odds that like both of the checks are in that pool of 3 that you can do is not great. Schwartz finally, for the first time in what feels like it's got to have been like 40 minutes, finds something useful. Really has been a dry period, which feels so bad when you're racing. Oh my god, that bonk doesn't actually set the terminal fall. That's annoying. So we get to go all the way across again. It is unfortunate. So you can take a safety save here. Yeah, it was a bit interesting. Like, unless I don't know if Schwartz had forgotten the Chicka key hint or not, because he scanned the Chicka key hint really early. Save scummed it, didn't have it anymore, and then learned that Chicka was required. So it's like, did Schwartz write it down and or remember it? And if not, then I think that kind of makes more sense as to why you wouldn't necessarily need to be as thorough in Sank. But yeah, knowing that Chicka keys that were required were in Light Sank does make it seem like being thorough in Sank was probably a decent plan. Yeah, we can ask in the interview. Whiff there on a super. That looks like another one. And we have to go ahead and do a 2-cycle here. Schwartz does know that all bosses are necessary. Schwartz has Sky Temple key hints and also has the hint that Amorbus is guarding the Annihilator that we need. Another whiff. And one more. Do it. There we go. On TI2, we do not have quite enough power bombs. We can get some of the way through the fight with our power bombs. Power bomb's so bright. Crash the restream briefly. As we move on to the final 3 tentacles. And down goes EI2 on to number 3. Ooh, that was a bit more of a dash than prescribed. Playing very safe with the light attack there. Yes, correct. Main PBs were found only by Schwartz in Battleground. Sliver of health left on EI3. Oh, almost. Whee! Oh my god, we're getting wombo comboed. He's emperoring with the practicing his combos, keeping us aerial. Countdown begins. One final boss, or maybe 2 phases of it between us and a win for TGC. Schwartz, in the meantime, will be heading towards Annihilator to fight a Morbus. Touch under damage-wise. See how the initial screw attack goes. Oh, not even going for it. Interesting. What's the plan here? Go for the safer Dark Beam strats here. Ooh. But not safe enough. That is a center, unfortunately. Did get about half of its health burned down. So a little bit of progress already done. Alright, looks like two more probably here for TGC to wrap this thing up. Schwartz finally has the Annihilator. Is Schwartz going to play towards Cobalt immediately, or try his luck with just Echo Annihilator checks? Yeah, I agree, Jake. I think TGC still had a decent lead even before. But that is time for TGC. Get your GGs in chat. And Schwartz enters a DNF shortly thereafter. We will try to get both runners in here for an interview. And we're joined by TGC. Welcome in, GGs.
Moshi. What a soldier that was.
I know, we were at like 40 minutes. You're checking key hints. You're only missing two majors. It's like, man.
I felt really good about that.
Yeah,
I felt really good about that. And then we ended up dragged out to all logical bosses required.
Yep. And we're joined by Schwartz as well. Welcome, GGs.
Hi.
GGs.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I did not like that seed at all. I'm really upset by that seed, honestly.
Yeah, so Space Jump was one thing, but honestly, the big thing that done Schwartz in was the lack of an Amorbus key hint and not being quite as thorough as TGC was first pass in sync, and that pretty much led to last locationing those Aegon keys, which are holding up the whole rest of the crummy endgame logic routing.
Yeah, unhinted keys.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good, and this seed is bad.
It was kind of. It was
Okay.
kind of weird. It was kind of weird for me because, like, I'd gone into Sank with the knowledge of the Chica keys, which is what I was originally there for, and found a bunch of Morbus keys. So I had no idea what Morbus was required until after. And, like, I kind of got saved in the sense that I was trying to do Torvus statue skip and just couldn't do it, just cannot do it, and had to save warp out. And the first hint I stumbled into was a Morbus has your Annihilator, which was effectively my go mode. So I had all the keys, so went to get that, and then by that point I knew all I had left was Chica keys, awkwardly, and I was just trying to suss that puzzle out.
Yeah.
I'm curious if you were planning to grab Cobalt before leaving Aegon there, Schwartz at the end.
I was actually on my way to go grab Cobalt before I realized that it was Annihilator locked. Because
right.
I was like, oh, I'm not getting in a Morbus hint here. I am just going to grab Cobalt to get it. Like, if I just get it now, I should be fine. But nope, it's Annihilator locked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, a Morbus locking his own hint was pretty painful.
Honestly, my big problem is that I forgot about the Chica key hint. Like, if I had written that down, I probably would have been more thorough in Sank, and I at least would have found Watt Station. And then if I was a good boy, I would have done ATS while I was there.
Yeah, I mean, once you've done Watch Station, you might as well do ATS. But otherwise, like skipping all three is reasonable because like Watch Station itself is pretty slow. But yeah. I think you would have been set. Yeah, I did have that fear because I knew you reset it, and I saw you go in at one point and look for that hint again, and you didn't have it, and I was like, oh, I think Schwartz has been playing without that Chica info this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, because I was. It was at the time I was looking for Space Jump. I was like, at this point, okay, I have no idea where Space Jump is. I will just like re-scour Aegon and Temple Grounds, and first thing that came to my mind is GFMC. I didn't go there, and Baja's in the booth, so I might as well just go and see it. And I grabbed the FTA while I was there, and then it sank entrance, and then reset from there.
Did we both hot dog the Space Jump then, I guess?
I wouldn't really say hot dog. I honestly was really proud of how Aegon turned out because I got everything. I had, what was it? Dark Suit and Seekers. And we started with Dark Visor. So I was all set to get the boost ball like first pass through Aegon. I actually got like I was really glad I checked comm area for that light beam because I was not initially thinking about that, but I went back there after like I might as well get it. And then that let me get boost ball like really early. But then of course I just never went back to Dark Aegon afterwards.
I'm kind of curious as to what would have happened to me if I had, because right at the beginning I got light beam as soon as possible because I went, comms area is available, we have bombs, may as well grab it. And I went to go get the dark beam in high chamber B, but I was out of missiles, and I just went, I'll come back for this later. So I done my first Dark Aegon loop without dark beam, and then when I worked out, I decided I have all the tools to go into like Torvus. I could have like Space Jump in Torvus, like Lagoon.
Yeah.
So I started going that way, and then immediately walked into the hint saying, your Space Jump is here, and I felt so bad. So I was like, if you'd got the Dark Beam, then you would have had that ahead of me, and I was like, I'm so behind at this point.
Yeah, I actually had a very similar thing, because I was like, what would be like a thing is that this was like a required like gondola seed, and Space Jump was in Torvus Lagoon. Because we had the grab boost at that point. I was like, that's like definitely it. And then, the hint appeared and I'm like, nope.
I want to say you can't get into Torvus and beginner tricks without Space Jump. Maybe
you can bomb jump the light pellet block things. I'm pretty sure it's beginner.
So like the one where the pirate, like Grenadier, starts shooting down at you from, like near the super. I don't think you can get up that.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like
I
you can
hadn't thought about
BSJ it, but like that's not going to be in logic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like early game the routing was similar. Schwartz had a bit of a lead because like TGC did the detour into comm area, then did the detour into vent area A, and those didn't end up paying out. But otherwise, it was very similar routing until Torvis, where Schwartz was trying to do Grove NSJ, which didn't end up working out. I was kind of curious what the thought process with that was.
Well, I was like, I knew that this was like, very much out of logic. I didn't even know if it was possible or not. I was just like kind of workshopping, if anything. But I was like, I have no idea where Space Jump is, and my hints are leading me this way. If I can at least get to the supers somehow, maybe this will end up working out, but no.
Because even after that climb, getting the supers NSJ was going to be pretty troublesome.
I had not thought that far ahead.
That's all right.
Yeah.
And then what else was I thinking? I was a little surprised by your play TGC into attempting into lower Torvis. Like even if the
I
cooperated,
it was all for the hints. It was
Yeah.
purely because I wanted the 3 hints so that I could try and narrow down what it was I was missing. Because I think at that point I was like, I know what I need. I need Annihilator, so that's the kind of the hint that I was looking for, and just couldn't get stature skip.
Yeah. Funnily enough, there was another Annihilator hint in lower Torvis, so like you were going to get your hint one way or the other.
There was 3 then.
3?
Because the Torvis Temple or the Torvis Energy Controller.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry,
the other one.
I remember it being in Torvis, but okay.
Yeah, I stumbled into that one afterwards, and I was like, well, if Schwartz has done this and gone to Torvis Temple, because I didn't even do that on pass. Because basically, I think as soon as I got into Torvis, it was all routing for the super missiles, which was all routing towards hints. And then I think I went to Sank from there. So I never got that hint at all till quite late.
Yeah, so both of you initially did pretty much the same thing after Space Jump, which makes a lot of sense. Like, go grab your supers, go get your hints. It's just, TGC was probably 15 or 20 minutes faster to Space Jump, just because Schwartz, without having that hint, did more of Torvis and also did, I think you did NSJ Labs, right?
I started Labs, and it was because I hot dogged that hint, because I got punished for not knowing my save stations. I was thinking Safe Station 2 was the one in Dark Labs, and I was just like clearing around there. If I had remembered, it was on Cache immediately.
Yeah, that was a weird hint.
That hint was one of those ones where like I pulled up the map for a good minute and a half or something, trying to figure out what Save Station 2 was, and it was one of those things where I was like, I know there's a save station here, but I don't know where it is. Why is my mind drawing a blank?
Yeah, if I had done that before I entered Doomed Entry, I probably would have. I wouldn't have had to reset, obviously. But yeah, I lost like a good 3 minutes there.
So TGC didn't immediately play for. Well, TGC didn't have a Cobalt hint after Annihilator. So yeah, TGC, how did you feel about the Sank cleanup?
I was kind of happy with it in the sense that because I'd done such a thorough job the first pass, the second pass was I have everything now bar Cobalt, and I had the Cobalt hint thankfully coming back in, so I was like, right, ticking this off. It's getting to the point where it's like 50-50 that if this check is dead, then I know I guaranteed need the Cobalt, so there's no point doing 80. And it was just like, the numbers just started dwindling, and I was like, right, all that's left is 80, Sank Map and Spider. And because I'm looking for 2 keys, and 2 of those checks are Cobalt locked, I'm like, well, I guess I'm going for Cobalt regardless of what I do here.
Yep.
Oh, where were the other 2 Chica keys?
Spider Guardian and Sank Map.
Sank Map. So you needed that Cobalt anyways?
We needed it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty painful on TGC's end because TGC didn't know about Inkesh 1, and like without that hint, you're not like that's not going to be the first thing you do.
Oh, it saved me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that hint saved me, because otherwise I would have been full clearing, like, the game world looking for Cobalt at that point.
Because I was on my way. I was like, because I was under the impression that the Chickakee was probably like going to be in Sentinel's path, and then like a weird, because I did not check that first pass. And I was like, I might as well do Spider Guardian if I was there, but Sync map is pretty brutal. I will say though, you could have easily like shaved off like 30 minutes if we had out of bounds for the seed. This was like a really good seed to have out of bounds. Not salty.
We
about that at
didn't.
all. No, we did not.
So the whole reason I'm playing this tournament is because I don't know out of bounds very well.
I know, but man, I want to go out of bounds at least once in this tournament. The one player who actually accepted my RA ended up being the seed. I didn't find Screwtech, so yeah. It's whatever. That's yeah. What else? Oh yeah. Shout outs to that Accursed Lake.
Those
When I was
so bad.
Yeah, that whole thing was like, I don't know what was happening. Like so this was like right after I got the boost ball. I was like, I might as well see if there's like a Z-axis in this room or something so I can grab this Echo Visor. And what I wanted to do was just get rid of the Ink Hunters. But I just couldn't get a shot off on them, and they ended up knocking me into the dark water, and I was like at what 25 health at some point.
Yeah, I think like grab boost saved your life, because like otherwise you have to bomb jump out of that water NSJ. I don't know if you had the health to do that.
Yeah, that was
it was awful.
And then I was like, and then the gap at the end, I don't even think you can jump that NSJ. I just did an E dash out of there, and I was like, if I dropped that, I probably would have died.
You might be able to bomb jump again up there, but yeah, I think like for that room NSJ, you're supposed to like make sure the ink cache doesn't move at all, because if it gets out over the dark water, you're kind of hacked.
I see.
I think you can get like a 3BJ, like a good 3BJ on Morph, and get up there if you leave it, if you make sure it's still over the kind of platform.
I was under the impression that maybe if I like got it closer to the ledge on the side, I would have been able to grab it, but it didn't look like it. So
yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've gone for that Rube NSJ in the tournament race before, and it did not end well for me either. So I'm not the correct person for the good strats there. That room is dumb, and I hate it.
Hunter Ingerdom. That's the problem.
Yeah. No, they just refused to come close to you. They were just chilling over the dark water where you can't shoot them.
Yeah, because like Retro, I don't know what like was the intended way to kill them, but like the best like solution I've ever gotten was, just hit them with a point blank charged light beam shot, and that usually will kill them in one shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they were also, not only were they like not getting close to me, but when they were close to me, they were like stuck in the walls. They're like they're like in the wall, so they were like transparent, and you couldn't do damage to them. And it was like, I was just waiting for them to come out, and they weren't. And I was like losing health this whole time. It was terrible.
I don't think they dodge pellets. So like you can't, if they're truly going to refuse to ever get close to you, I think you can just pellet spam forever. It's a terrible way to kill them, but I think it does work.
That might have even worked in that situation.
Yeah. But yeah, they're not the best enemy to have to deal with, especially if you don't have like freedom of movement to approach them when they like stop and start doing their tentacle attack and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Man, week 5. What the heck? It's just like every chicken.
Aussies everywhere.
Yeah.
I will say though, I was really happy about how early game turned out based on our starting items. I definitely think having 2 translators was really good. Thank you to DC, by the way.
I'll be honest with you. I had no idea for basically all week what I was going to select. And it wasn't until Reed messaged me and I was like, amber for orange, emerald for green.
Yeah.
That was it.
Honestly, I was like, why didn't I think that he was going to do that in the first place?
It's funny because like between those starting items and the first few things you got at like the 10-minute mark, or not even that, like at the 5-minute mark, I'm like, this feels exactly like a week 1 seed, like 15 minutes in instead of 5 minutes in. Because like the set of items you had was like very, very normal, and your warp to start was normal, and like it was weird.
I kind of forgot I had Dark Visor for a while. And I think it was when I was on my way to Hall of Honor Dead. I looked at my tracker and went, "Oh, I've got Dark Visor. I forgot about that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't matter for anything because I couldn't use it for anything.
Yeah, I was you didn't at least like scout a Chris Lake when you did Pod W, and then
It was a
I
HUD
do,
system.
yeah, I do really think you should have gotten that before Sank. That felt like kind of a mistake.
Yeah, I had meant to, but when I ended up doing, was it like I'd routed awkwardly into like Sank entrance, and then I just chose to push forward. I had originally meant to not do Sank entrance and go get the Echo and then route from there, and there was just a brain change somewhere that I just decided to continue with the Sank stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean that kind of stuff happens all the time, and it worked out where you didn't get punished by that at all. But like if that was like Cobalt, that would have kind of sucked. Leave that behind. Or if Annihilator was in Sank and then you couldn't do Sentinel's Path and whatnot while you were up there. But as it turns out, didn't really matter.
Well, the Echo, yeah, because I think if I'd found the Annihilator, I don't think I ever needed the Echo.
Like, yeah, I guess not. Like you would have worried, I'm sure, about Sentinel's Path and whatnot, but yeah, you didn't really need it. Yeah, Harry wasn't required. That was the only thing. Like, Echo was not actually hard required. That's interesting, huh? I really thought it was going to be.
I know this week is definitely, as Baha you were saying earlier on today, this week is definitely shown that Randomania, with whatever these settings are, Randomania is doing something very interesting because it's just throwing bosses.
Yeah, I honestly want some sort of countermeasure to this. When I'm playing a week 5 seed, I don't want to find out I have all of my bosses required in hour. And by extension, add like 30 to 45 minutes of extra time on the seed.
It's something I've been thinking about to see if there's a way to like put in some sort of like suggestion into Randomania where we can customize like the hints to a degree, so that like an example is that you put the boss hints specifically in the energy controllers that are associated. So like you go to the Aegon energy controller, you will always see the Amorbus hint there, kind of thing.
Like freely without a translator, you mean?
No, you'd still need a translator, but you always know where the hint's going to be positioned.
Yeah. I was just thinking more about bosses shouldn't be able to lock out their own keys. I think the actual boss reward is fine, but the keys...
the Amorbus key hint was Cobalt locked. Presumably, anyways. I don't remember ever seeing it, and I think collectively you scanned Cobalt hints.
Yeah. I think I got... No, there was a few... Well, there was a few Emerald hints on my end. I think there was one, the Gathering Hall Emerald hint I never saw.
Yeah, that I scanned all of the Emerald hints.
Yeah. And I had everything else, so yeah, it must have been Cobalt. Probably Sank Entrance as usual. It's the culprit all the time.
I know all the all the key hints and the joke hints. I think get like pre-placed before anything is known about like what the item progression is going to be. That would be a pretty major change to the hint system, unfortunately.
Yeah. But yeah, I know Dunk has something in mind. I know he's been talking about like the featural hints like for a while now, but that won't be until a while. And yeah, it's just, I guess, frustrating right now because it feels like we can't actively change anything about this. We just have kind of deal with it until we don't have to anymore. When the new patch is finished and whatnot. It's yeah.
Anyways, I am hungry.
I need to de-stress.
But no, yeah, GG's to both of you. Let's see if the bot is cooperating with commands today. It refuses. But give both these runners a follow. No. Put on a
I'll
good
beat
show
you up,
for
Reed.
it. But yeah, we do have a couple more matches on the schedule tonight in 2 hours and 20 minutes on this channel. We're featuring Lokier taking on Rico V53. And an hour after that, on SpeedGaming 4, we have the Nye versus Mr. Miguel.
Oh,
That
one's
will
gonna be good.
determine there will be only one undefeated player left in the tournament after that match. So definitely stay tuned for that one. Going to be an excellent match.
Whoa.
And we've got 3 more matches tomorrow as well to finish up week 5. And but yeah, I don't think anything else from me, unless there were any final thoughts from you, TGC. And Schwartz. Yeah, those are appropriate reactions. But yeah, well played, both of you. GG's. Good luck in the final week of Swiss.
Don't forget to follow our commentator as well, Baha.
Yeah,
we forget.
appreciate it. Thank you, Reed, for putting all the links in the chat for us. We do have the Discord link as well, Reed posted. So if you want to get into this randomizer yourself, feel free to check that out. It is my favorite randomizer of all time. But for now, we will see you in 2 hours and a quarter on this channel, and we'll see you next mission.
Bye-bye.
Later.